On July 2, 2026, a gaming giant killed physical media. A billionaire explicitly denied a leaked AI phone rumor. The U.S. government lifted an 18-day embargo on an AI language model. Adobe rushed out emergency patches for maximum severity software flaws. And a rocket launched a new batch of internet satellites into orbit. If you were scrolling your feed that Thursday morning, you probably saw a few of those headlines and swiped past them. It looked like a standard, slightly busy news cycle. But these events intersect to define how human life will function by the end of the decade. This decade will be defined by an economy of zero physical ownership, space-based infrastructure, and software regulated with the intensity of munitions. Starting in January 2028, all new PlayStation games will be exclusively digital. Sony's announcement marks the end of the physical disc era for the company. This chart breaks down the financial math. 78% of PlayStation sales are already digital. By eliminating manufacturing and shipping costs, Sony secures near 100% profit margins on digital titles. Removing discs also eliminates the secondary market. Because digital downloads cannot be resold, the ecosystem becomes a completely closed loop, controlled by the publisher. This shift creates immediate pressure on physical retailers like GameStop and poses a direct challenge to video game preservation as collectors lose the ability to secure tangible copies of the code. For consumers, the concept of a purchase has changed. You're no longer buying an object, you are buying a license to use software, access that can be legally revoked at any time by the platform holder. While Sony was phasing out discs, the U.S. Commerce Department was lifting an 18-day export blockade on Anthropic's Claude Fable 5 AI model. The blockade was based on a rule known as a deemed export. Because large language models possess coding capabilities for cyber attacks, sharing them internationally is treated like shipping missile components overseas. Anthropic resolved the crisis by submitting to stringent government security protocols and active monitoring. They established a precedent. Federal oversight is now a requirement for the most powerful AI products. That same week, the Wall Street Journal reported that SpaceX was prototyping an AI-powered smartphone. Elon Musk immediately denied it, insisting the story was fabricated. Musk's reaction highlights the scrutiny surrounding the intersection of AI and hardware. Developing advanced models now involves navigating international trade laws and national security interests. Artificial intelligence has transitioned into a form of global infrastructure, regulated with the same caution as a nuclear reactor. This infrastructure is inherently fragile. Adobe recently released emergency patches for 7 maximum severity security flaws in its Cold Fusion Enterprise platform. These flaws fall into the most dangerous category of security bugs, pre-authentication remote code execution, or pre-auth RCE. An attacker doesn't need a password or phishing link. They can bypass authentication to execute code on a central server. Because Cold Fusion is used by government agencies and financial institutions, one unpatched server exposes the data of millions of citizens. By moving media libraries to the cloud and integrating AI into our daily workflows, we are expanding the attack surface for these exact vulnerabilities. Cybersecurity has become the fragile foundation holding up the entire digital economy. The final pillar sits in orbit. That July morning, a United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket prepared to carry 29 Amazon Leo satellites into space. Digital-only gaming and AI-driven logic require immense bandwidth. Because traditional ground-based wires and cell towers cannot provide the low-latency global coverage needed, the infrastructure is relocating to low Earth orbit. SpaceX currently operates over 6,500 Starlink nodes. Amazon is racing to build its own layer, planning to launch over 3,000 satellites by 2029. Projections suggest the space economy will hit $1 trillion by 2030, with satellite internet accounting for 40% of that value. Control over human connectivity is moving from municipal ground infrastructure into privately owned orbital networks. Media distribution, AI regulation, cybersecurity, and space launches are not occurring in silos. They are building upon one another. Within a few years, your daily routine will involve downloading digital-only software through space-based internet, using an AI governed by munitions laws, while your network defends itself against zero-click exploits. This convergence trades the tangible security of physical ownership for the convenience of an intangible network. While this transition is well underway, you can still maintain agency by taking active countermeasures. Back up your remaining physical media, update your software to patch critical flaws immediately, and realize that in an economy where you own nothing, staying informed is your only remaining leverage.